Yo, what's up everybody? It's me, WDMichael, and in today's YouTube video, we're going to be talking about a little bit of unfortunate news with the Pokemon Scarlet Violet video games, and something that we were all hoping that we were going to get. We were unfortunately notified that we were absolutely not going to get it, and that was going to be shiny hunting our legendary Pokemon. So let's hop in this video, and let's have a little talk about it. Alright, so I know it's super disappointing, but yes, it is confirmed that we will not be able to shiny hunt any of the legendary Pokemon in the Pokemon Scarlet Violet DLC, the Indigo disc. Now, I know a lot of us, we got all the information about the returning legendary Pokemon, and it got us all really, really hyped. And I think the main reason why everybody got so hyped about this particular thought, or the reason why they might have thought it was coming back, was because of our past experiences with the last game that we ended up having. Pokemon Sword and Shield was very similar to Pokemon Scarlet Violet. We had our main game, and then we had 2 DLCs. And honestly, both of the DLCs that we got in Sword and Shield were so similar to the ones of the Pokemon Scarlet Violet and how they were set up and the things that we got in them, that it really made sense that everyone was expecting to get shiny legendaries as an option in the game. In the Sword and Shield video games, during the Crown Tundra, we got the Dynamax adventures. We were able to do the Dynamax dens. We were able to go in there, farm out shiny Pokemon and potentially shiny legendary mythical Pokemon throughout the games. And that was kind of what everyone was expecting in this game as well. We get all of the legendary Pokemon in the second DLC, just like we did in Sword and Shield. We get access to them being, on the map. But again, it didn't work out that way, unfortunately. It seems like Game Freak and the Pokemon Company decided that they don't want us to have shiny legendary Pokemon 2 games in a row, which is, I'll be honest, a little bit weird for me, because I was also in the same boat. I was kind of expecting us to be able to hunt shiny legendary Pokemon, especially with how many we were getting, the uptick in kind of the VGC usage as far as Pokemon and the Pokemon that we were given. It just made sense to give us shiny Pokemon. And so I don't know exactly what the reason is behind not giving us a shiny Pokemon. We've already had a bunch of these Pokemon shiny in previous games, or at least had the opportunity to hunt them. It just felt like a really weird decision, I'll be honest. And so actually, one of the big questions I want to ask at home, as far as everybody who's viewing this video, is, how do you feel about these shiny legendary Pokemon being locked in this particular game and not being locked in Sword and Shield? How do you feel about that? Does that bother you that you're not able to shiny hunt your legendary Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet? Did that take away some of the hype from the DLC and what you were hoping to be able to do? Or did you just not care about it? Like, is this something you just, okay, well, whatever. I don't really care about it. I'm still going to get the legendary Pokemon. I'm still going to use them VGC. Oh, well, I can't get them shiny. Because I'll be honest, I've seen both sides all over on social media and on different posts. There's some people who say, hey, not being able to catch shiny legendary Pokemon completely ruined the hype for the DLC. Instead of making it a 10 out of 10 game, it's now a 0 out of 10 game. And I get it. I mean, there's a lot of people who really enjoy shiny hunting Pokemon. That's kind of their one big thing in Pokemon. That's what they really like to do. And if you can't capture the rarest of Pokemon shiny and spend a bunch of your time doing that, I could see how it takes away from the game. Absolutely. Especially if it was something you were expecting and something that we've been given in a previous game. I could absolutely see the reason behind that. On the other side of the fence, we've got people who are saying, I don't care. I saw it on social media. They were saying, I don't really care. Now you don't have to sit there for hours resetting your video game just to get one shiny Pokemon when you start playing the game. So I definitely see, the side of that as well. It definitely means that now you can just go in and play the game. You don't have to worry about getting up to these shiny or these legendary Pokemon and going, okay, well, I'm going to reset this encounter 40,000 times for the next, 2 weeks in order to get it. Now you can't get a shiny, so now everybody's just going to go through, play the game, get their legendary Pokemon, and move on. It's an interesting little, it was really interesting to see how this played out on social media and how everybody's feelings were. So yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments. What side are you on? Are you upset about the decision? Do you really not care? Or is it something you actually enjoy that there's no shiny legendary Pokemon? I would absolutely love to hear about it in the comments. It's definitely an interesting topic, and I'm really curious what y'all think. But yeah, as far as as far as my opinion, I'll be honest, I'm actually a little bit bummed out. I really would have enjoyed shiny hunting some of these legendary Pokemon. There's some that I didn't get in Sword and Shield, and I'm at that point now where I think I'll actually probably go back and play some Sword and Shield just to farm some of these shiny legendary Pokemon, because I didn't do it all during Sword and Shield, and I definitely want to. And since I can't do it in this game, you know, I'll probably do what I can in this game. And there is definitely going to be a point where I don't have as much left to do. And I feel like that for me is kind of the biggest problem with this decision, is that by not having shiny legendaries as an option, it takes away from the amount of time people are going to be playing the game. I'll be honest. I feel like there's going to be a lot of the shiny hunters aren't going to be playing the game as much, or even at all, because, you know, it's like, all right, well, I've got most of the Pokemon in the DLC. I don't really need to worry about shiny hunting, or there's only, you know, only a handful of new Pokemon in the DLC. So it's like, okay, I'm going to play the story, I'm going to shiny hunt a few Pokemon, and then it's like, there's going to be a lot of people who play these games that are just not going to have anything left to do. So I don't know if this was more a decision from the Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Company, and where they really, because with the Blueberry Academy, it is so focused on Pokemon VGC battles. I don't know if they're really wanting people to focus in this particular game on battling. Maybe that was the reason why they didn't give us those shiny legendaries. Maybe they just said, hey, you know, we really want people to get more into VGC. We want more people to come to regional events. We want more people to practice VGC. And if we can take away them spending hours and hours and hours shiny hunting legendary Pokemon, maybe they'll focus more on VGC. Maybe. Could definitely be a reason. I don't know. But overall, the decision was a very interesting one. It was really cool to see how kind of divided everybody was on the particular situation. Definitely something, a little bit of interesting drama to start off the Indigo Disc DLC. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Yo, thank you all so much for coming out to this discussion video where we talked about the issue with the shiny or the legendary Pokemon not being available in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video game. It's definitely a really interesting topic. I'm not gonna lie, I've really enjoyed bringing up some of these these topics that come up in the Pokemon community that kind of divide us a little bit, you know, from talking about the hacked Pokemon in one of my recent videos to now talking about the, you know, issue of not having the legendary Pokemon be shiny. I really, like, there are definitely a couple things that we see in our community that really divides us in the way that we feel, and it's interesting to see everybody's opinions on it and the reason why they're divided on it. So I've really enjoyed these videos. So if there's other like kind of interesting topics that kind of divide the community, specifically within the Pokemon community, that you would like me to talk about or bring up in one of these YouTube videos, please let me know down in the comments if there's something in particular you'd like me to bring up. I would love to know about some other ones, because they're definitely really interesting videos and I love talking about them. It really intrigues me. So let me know in the comments. Let me know how you feel about the shiny or the legendary Pokemon being shiny locked. Let me know if there's any other controversial issues that pop up in the Pokemon community that you'd like me to bring up, as well as another chatting topic. But again, thank you all so much for tuning in to these YouTube videos. I do also just want to give you all a little bit of an update. I know that I've been saying this in a lot of my YouTube videos recently about saying, hey, you know, thank you all so much for the support. We're getting close to YouTube partner. Well, I can finally say in this YouTube video that we have officially hit YouTube partner. So seriously, thank you all so absolutely much. I cannot thank you all enough for all the support recently over the months, watching the videos, commenting on them, liking them. You all have been absolutely legendary supporters and have gotten me to a place where I can finally say one of my goals has been achieved, and that is to be a YouTube partner. So thank you all from the absolute bottom of my heart. You have all helped make one of my dreams come true, and I cannot thank you enough. So thank you all, truly. If you like this kind of content and you want to continue seeing more of this from me, make sure you hit that like, that subscribe, and that notification bell so you get notified when I drop more videos just like this one, and or other Pokemon guides from the Indigo Disc DLC. And also come and check me out live over at twitch.tv/WDMichael, where I love to play the Pokemon game, either jumping through the story or hopping in and playing some VGC matches. So make sure you drop out a follow over there so you can get notified when I'm live as well. And again, thank you all so much for coming out to this YouTube video. I hope you have a fantastic time out in the Kitakami, Paldea region, and the Blueberry Academy, exploring these regions. And until next time, trainers, peace out.